Guys.
Hey everyone.
Hello, Augusto.
Hi Humberto.
Hey, how are you?
All good. How about you?
Oh, good. Good to see you. Good to see you. From Argentina, Augusto.
From Argentina, yes.
That is nice. Good, Augusto. We have 67 people in the room.
Awesome.
We have 68 now. They're joining fast. Let's give them a few minutes. Let's wait for more people to join so we can start. And then at the bottom right, Augusto, there is a chat section.
Yes.
Perhaps questions will be coming from there. If you can help me in managing the questions that come through,
Nice.
and
I'll be
then
checking on them. Yes, absolutely.
yeah, Ultrasonic, Gregory Snyder, hello, Jay Elliott, good morning. Argentina rocks for sure. It's a beautiful snowy day in British Columbia, I'm telling you. A nice tiny blanket of snow. And Argentina is in midsummer, right?
We are approaching the summer, yes. Today is quite rainy actually.
Quite rainy. Sweet Jesus. Good morning, Larry. 69 people. Rick Julian, hello. I will keep the snow for Rick Julian. I will keep it here. I'll send you some in about a month. Larry Richardson, good day. So I assume that everybody can see my screen, right? Augusto, can you see the screen or not
Yeah,
because you
yes,
are...
yes.
Okay, because I cannot. I see my screen, but I guess that's as far as I can. So I'll have to be looking to the other side. David Lawrence, hello. Jay Elliott, good day. 72 people, 73, awesome. 72 is 8:05, I think 5 minutes, right? What do you say, Augusto?
Here it is 1 p.m. and 5 minutes.
1 p.m. and 5 minutes. Okay. I'm trying to promote Dan, but I cannot find a way to do that. If you figure out how to promote Dan, Augusto, I'll be great if you can.
I'm not aware of how to do that, but let me check the options here.
Yeah. Well, while you do that, let's begin. I'm going to begin. We're going to initiate recording, so let's let's keep it clean. Try not to swear, say shit or something like that, and let's keep going. Welcome, guys. Welcome. This is our Load Wallet AMA. We are intentionally putting this Load Wallet AMA or Load Wallet demonstration is because we are in the middle of a migration, as you guys know. There is a lot of questions that are coming our way, a lot of wallets that need to be not updated but refreshed. We need to make sure that everybody understands what the low token hyperledger are and what we're doing with them, moving them to become the low token in Avalanche. But we have a token in between, which is the low token classic. So and that's what we want to basically talk about today. We want to see if we can solve as many questions as we can today. Intentionally, also, we will not have a time limit. We don't have an hour to cut everybody short. We're going to try to solve, hopefully, all of the questions at the end of this presentation. If it's going to take an hour or 2 hours, let's do it. If you guys have anything to do and you have to step away, we are recording, so we're going to be releasing a replay of this tutorial or this video and make sure that everybody can come and watch it at your leisure and pause it and rewind and make sure that everybody understands exactly what needs to be done and and make you feel comfortable working with your wallet. I know it's been a challenge, but let's start with some playground rules. Playground rules is I'm going to make a first introduction. We have Augusto Caro. He's our tech lead at LODE. He's based in Argentina, and he's been instrumental in setting everything in motion for the Avalanche, the migration, and the LODE wallet. We also have Eric Bui, but he's on vacation right now. He's in Vietnam, I think, Augusto,
Yes,
and
he is.
then he's based in Toronto, and we also we couldn't bring on board Dan Schaefer's, which is highly known by many of you guys when approaching support. So we do not know why he is not being able to join as a speaker. We will try, but if we can, then we'll bring it up for the next session for sure. I also want to give a recognition to Grant Baudet. He's been our champion and our warrior in the support as well. He's not here today. We'll bring him on another call, but he's taking a little break from support. So if you have not seen him and you miss him, then it's because he's taking another role right now and he's taking a little break from support. But he'll be coming back. So that's pretty much what we have. If you have any questions, please use the chat a button at the bottom right, at least on my screen, and then you can type there your questions, and Augusto is going to help me to channel them and get them going. And so at this moment, I want to make sure that everybody is listening. Everybody is okay. Everything seems to be okay, right, Augusto?
It seems
I don't know
so.
if my one.
At least I can
Oh,
hear you perfectly.
okay, perfect. Yeah, yeah. We all miss Grant. And Grant is here. Say hi to Grant is in the chat. There you go. Okay, so let's begin. You see my screen. I want to give you a little bit of um, uh, a little bit of history on the wallets that LODE has had. The wallets that LODE had is because we had to move from networks, we have to move from technologies. 5 years ago, there really technology was in development, and we had to take what networks were available to us, what technology was available to us. But as things get more solid and we're going into toddlering this technology and moving into childhood, then we can see that better technologies like Web3 technologies come to the table. Web3 technology, and Augusto will speak about it later. It's just the latest, newest in blockchain Web3 technology, because allows us to keep privacy in our activity and allows us to have more security. So that's some of the reasons. Augusto will speak about it in his portion about hardware wallets and Web3. We also had to move from Syscoin to Avalanche, also keeping in mind that Avalanche is Ethereum or Web3 friendly or enabled, and we wanted to make sure that our wallet was ready for that change. And so we have Avalanche as the main network that we're running, and this migration calls for all of that. This migration is about moving Hyperledger tokens out of the permissioned blockchain a into the Avalanche network and being able to trade it and sell it and send it as you wish. But we need to have a step in between for obvious reasons. We want to make sure that everything is done perfectly, that the coins are not going to be lost. And this is the first crack at it that we're doing here at LODE. Augusto, how does that sound?
Sounds perfect.
Great.
Let's move on that way.
Then we have now the wallet. I'm going to show you what the wallet is and make sure that everybody understands the difference between all the different um, requisites or credentials that you need to have. I'm going to bring this document that was prepared by Dan Schaefer's. not long ago to assist members in keeping track of all the information that you need to have. And I'm going to circulate this one in the channels and by email so you guys can see what this is. I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm making it as big as I can. Can you guys see my screen, Augusto?
Looks good at that Zoom. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to circulate this document because we want you guys to keep your passwords, keep your 12 recovery words out of the digital system. Many people has been used to screenshot their passwords and then leaving them in their computers. So this is basically one of the biggest issues that we have found when thieves are trying to steal information from your computer. They go for images and they more than often than not they find screenshots of your 12 word recovery phrase. And this is I get it. You know, it's a common practice. You screenshot because you have it there, and then you get back to them later. But you forget to delete them, and even if you delete them, sometimes they remain in the trash cans, and they're still available. So let's try to make sure that you are not hosting your keywords, your 12 word recovery phrase in your computer. This is a must. You really cannot understand the importance. Like a lot of members have been stolen, have been stolen of their coins, their assets, and simple errors like this, right? So this document that I have on my screen is going to help you just to understand that. The first, we'll put the date in there so you know that you have the latest, newest. Your load ID is a 6-digit load ID that is in this place. You go to profile, and this is right here. This is your 6 digits load pin. One second, right there. The profile, and I'm using the tutorials. This one here is your 6-digit load ID. Okay, so make sure that you have that one. Some people gets confused and they think that this load ID is their wallet password because it's also 6 digits. So I've seen that happen. So I might be saying things that are that you already know, but I'm saying this for the people that don't know. So please bear with me on this.
Humberto,
Probably simple. See,
there
Augusto.
is one very important question that one of the users, Ultrasonic Chills, has asked here in the chat, which is there a new recovery phrase for AVAX chain? And I think we should stress this out in this particular for this particular thing that the recovery phrase, the 12 words recovery phrase is belongs to you, right? So it does not belong to the wallet, right? Every single time you, for instance, if you want to change wallets, or if we migrate to a different wallet version or so on, the recovery phrase belongs to you, right? And gives you access to the wallet addresses that you see on your wallet, right? So you should always use the very same recovery phrase, and you should and you must not share it with anyone else, right? Uh, it belongs to you.
Yep. Yeah, that's right, and we're going to that part here because like moving down the line on this document, you will see that the load ID is very important, and that never changes. That's the account that you opened your load account with, and that's your identification. Then we have the load desktop member portal details. The this is basically is going away. I wanted to point this out because we're moving away from the members portal as you know it, portal.load.one. Everything is going to be managed through loadwallet.com. And that's one thing. However, when you go into your loadwallet.com, what you're going to find out is you're going to be asked to enter your email and your password. Okay, so that's important for you to keep track on this document that we will circulate. And now let's move to the 12 words, Augusto, and that's exactly what Augusto says. You know, we have the 12-word recovery phrase, and this is only one set of words that should be the one and only that you manage. Because some members also, and this has happened before, and we have encountered this in our conversations, some members mistakenly went and created a new wallet instead of restoring a wallet. And they were provided with a different set of words, right? And then because this happened, then it creates confusion with the users. Say, okay, which ones are my 12 words? Are these the new words, as this member is saying, Augusto? Are those my new words, or what is it? No, basically what it happened is that you created a new account instead of restoring your existing 12 wallets. And then when you go down the process, which we're going to go over with, when you go down the process, you set your airdrop and payout address as that new wallet that you created, right, Augusto? And then what
Yes.
happens is that it goes to a wallet that was created by accident. And then some members have discarded their original 12 words, and some members are having two or three or four sets of words, and
That's right.
they confuse. For those members, we can help you one by one and on a direct video conference if you want, because we want to help you to find which one is your correct. We have a wallet address registered in the system, which is the airdrop and payout address. And we're going to help you to identify which one is the address that you should keep. Augusto?
I want to stress out a few things also as questions come in. I'm having a look at those. I want to stress out a few things, right? First of all, you have like two pieces of information that are crucial, right? One is the load ID, and the other is the recovery phrase, which consists of 12 words, right? That's what we know. Load holds your load ID, right? We hold your load ID, and we have the information regarding that load ID. But we do not know which is your 12 words recovery phrase, right? So that is a piece of information that you hold, right? And that piece of information allows you to create the wallet addresses, right? It is very important. I stress this out because, for instance, when you did the migration from LoadPay to the current wallet, right? If instead of restoring the previous wallet, you created a different you created a different wallet using a new recovery phrase, right? It makes total sense because what you had to do in that case was to use the former recovery phrase, right? We cannot retrieve the former recovery phrase of you, right, from the previous wallet version, right? Because we do not know what the recovery phrase is, right, for each one of you, right? So you are the only ones that know what the recovery phrase is, right? And I've seen a question here which said, hold on one second, I am scrolling. How do I set up an Avalanche wallet? The recovery phrase works for any of the following chains. It works for Ethereum, for Avalanche, for Polygon, for Binance Smart Chain, right? And it creates the very same wallet address for those networks, right? Even it works for the Syscoin NEVM, right? Which we will potentially talk about later on,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the very same recovery phrase creates addresses for you on those chains, right? So you are able to interact with those chains with the very same recovery phrase. Let me scroll through the questions, right?
Okay. And let me continue here also
Yes,
just to wrap
absolutely.
this up on this message. So everything that we are speaking in this first part, guys, is and gals, is going to be a demonstration. We're going to recover a wallet. We're going to do everything, and hopefully, most of these questions that you are posing right now will be answered as we continue the demo. So, in this document that we're going to circulate that Dan produced, we have the 12 words that you're going to take note, And you have also a space for your AGX syscon address and your AGX avalanche address. So you know that these 12 words correspond to this address. There is always 12 words correspond to one address, avalanche and syscon. And that's the law, right? If you have a different set of words, you will have a different syscon and avalanche addresses. So that's what Augusto is telling you. With these 12 words, you can go and recover in other networks. So let me show you the wallet. Let's go here first. I'm going to log in to the wallet for the first time, and that's what I see. Okay, I'm going to enter my password, and everybody is familiar with this. I saw a couple comments in the chat right now while Augusto was telling, and there is somebody that say that has never done anything with the Load wallet. Now, we moved from the wallet apps, Android and Apple, because in this case, Apple has been wanting to get 30% of the inflows from the trading features, and Load cannot share 30% of the trading features because it's not a market to share those. So we can share 30% with Apple, and because of that, there's been some disagreements, and we're trying to make this move forward. However, what we are doing for the benefit of everybody is we're moving everything to loadwallet.com. If you guys have an app in Android or in Apple, uh, do not delete that. Do not delete that app for now. Just leave it there because it might contain your words in case you don't have them. But you're only going to have to use any browser, can be Chrome, Edge, or Firefox, or Safari, to go to your loadwallet.com. We recommend to use Google Chrome because it's been the more steady and stable that we have found. Sometimes Safari sometimes gives us a little bit of latency or issues. Sometimes Brave has special settings that don't share or don't communicate cookies or cache memory. We have certain issues, and Augusto can back me up on this one, but we have had some issues with other browsers that don't let us operate the loadwallet.com that easy. So, Augusto.
Yeah, the idea is that, I mean, we recommend using certain browsers, right? And we dismissed the possibility, at least momentaneously, of a mobile app, right? For these reasons. In my particular case, I always use Google Chrome, right? And it works perfectly, right? So we recommend using certain browsers. Features may fail on other browsers based on the underlying technology they run on, right? Basically, I mean, we develop the wallet and we recommend a certain environment to run it on, right?
Yes, and in this case, I'm showing you my wallet in Google Chrome, but I have also one on Edge because I want to show you something that is very important now moving into the migration. This really must be done because if you don't do it, then you're going to be dragging cookies and cache memory from the past, and it's not going to display the tokens as you have to see them. It happened to me at the beginning. I was telling Paul, I didn't get my migration tokens. And he said, yes, I sent them to you. Well, I don't see them. So what I had to do personally was to clear my cookies. How I do that in Chrome, I'm going to show you. Most of you probably know, but for those of you that don't know how to, go to your settings and you go to more tools and clear browsing data. And right here, you clear browsing history cookies and cache images and file. This is what I clear, and I can clear the last hour or all the time. If I do this cleaning, my whole wallet is going to be cleared up. So I'm going to do that so you guys see what I mean. I'm going to clear the data. And and this is very important, guys. And you have to do this in Edge or in Brave or in Safari, wherever you are. If you don't know how to search online, search how to clear my cookies and cache memory in my browser, and it will tell you where it is. Augusto?
Sorry, could you repeat that later, but sorry, I was checking on
Yeah,
the question.
yeah. I'm telling them about how important it is to clear the cookies and the cache memory because it tracks information from the past.
Yes, absolutely. Every single time, I mean, you want to run a major change on a certain app, we recommend to do a hard refresh, right? Which means clearing the cache memory and so on, because as Humberto mentions, um, holding these pieces of information may alter the initial run up of each app, right? So whenever you want to make it run from scratch, you should do this hard refresh.
Okay. So and then yeah, once we clear the memory, we go back to the loadewallet.com, and then you're going to see that now it's prompting me to get it set up again. Okay. So for your benefit, I'm going to do this setup fast. Okay. I'm going to click continue. I'm going to get started. And I'm not going to set up a new account. This is the mistake that many people does, Augusto, and you have seen that too. Like when people is setting up their wallet, refreshing, they go to set up an account, and you have to really understand that if you have a load wallet in the past, call it the AGX Pay, the Load Pay, or your load account, go and use your login. Okay, and then here in your login, you're going to use load tutorials 101 at load 1, your password. Uh, there you go. That's the thing I'm doing. I'm going to go with my I'm going to set up a key for immediate purpose. I'm going to put this one, and I'm going to skip. And then now this is the place where you activate your original wallet. Okay, so you tap to activate. Got it. And do not set up a new wallet. This is what we were speaking about earlier. People sets up a new wallet, ends up with a new set of words, and that's sometimes when you get in the power user more, you probably can set up a new wallet if you are confident and you know what that wallet is going to be for. In this case, let's go and restore a new wallet. I'm going to take this off the screen for now so I can do my restore here. And bear with me. And Augusto, if you want to entertain them while I type my words.
In the meantime, I'm reading some questions right here from the chat. The last question that I see here is Load Wallet is not an app, correct? And I have to access through a browser. That's right. I mean, it's not a mobile app in the sense that we do not support Android and iOS so far. We did previously, but provided that there are some issues with both Play stores, right? That we are trying to sort out. Um, as of now, we have this website wallet. Sorry if I have a lot of background noise because there are like lightnings and it's quite complicated weather right now. So we have the website wallet as of now, right? Yes, as Pan says, it's a web-based wallet, right? Franny says it is frustrating to have to continually re-input the 12 words recovery phrase. Uh, you have to do this once, right? When you migrate from the previous wallet to the new version, right? To the one stored at load hosted at loadewallet.com, right? Once you do this, you do not need to do it onwards. The only thing that you will do from this moment onwards is you will type your PIN right? Your six numbers to access the wallet, and that's pretty much it,
Yeah.
right?
I can say before you move far into that question, as members are traveling or browsing the internet on private. When you browse on private mode or incognito mode,
That's right.
that's when you have to enter your words all the time. And it has happened many times. Why? Because you want to feel safe and secure when you're browsing, so you go private or incognito, and it will not remember the words.
Yes, incognito mode does not remember anything once you close the page, right?
Yes, and sometimes, Augusto, also
Yeah.
members are not only doing incognito, the other one, but also have very strong settings in their antivirus, right? They have strong
Mm,
settings. They have cookie blockers too. Sometimes we had a member the other day that had a cookie blocker app installed into his computer, and that also eliminates any cookies after the session has been closed. So if you
mhm,
are one of those person, you will have to always enter your 12 words.
mhm. There's a question from Peter here. Uh, can you explain where MetaMask comes into the arrangement regarding doing transactions on Trader Joe?
We can
It,
we
it,
can we could leave that one, the MetaMask and the Trader Joe's at the end, Augusto. So we
yes, at
don't.
the
So
end.
what do you think?
That's
So we
better.
don't.
Yes.
So as you can see, uh, I have I have something interesting that happens here that will happen to you. Um, if you have a load ID, but you have a different wallet in there, it's going to display you a bunch of whole different messages. Okay. And all these different messages are not going to be consistent with what you expect. And I'm showing you why that happens. In this case, I logged in with my personal user, but with a different wallet, with a different 12 words recovery. If I go to my account here, then you're going to see that these are the balances that I have in my account, right? But in this one that I opened, it's opening um, a whole different set of keys right here, the balances. So this is what we're going to show you how to fix. Okay, so um, Augusto, before we move to the next section.
Sorry, could you repeat? I will
Yeah.
put my headphones because I cannot hear you properly.
Okay. Good. So let's go back to the wallet. So we're here. I hope we made ourselves clear about logging in with your username and password. Want to make sure that you guys know that you have to have one set of 12 words. Make sure that you have to know that you have to keep them off your computers,
Yes, that's
and
very
want to make
important.
sure that there is only 12 words for one set of AGXs, AUXs, Avalanche address. This is only one set of words. If you have different set of words, it's going to correspond to a whole different set. And the last thing we want you to know is that if you log in in your wallet with your username and password, but with a different wallet, there is going to be discrepancy on the balances. So that's what we have learned so far. And also the repeatedly typing your 12 keywords, it's because you are using private or incognito browsing mode. So you have to get out of that one or disable your cookie blocker. And this is really good when you're browsing on a computer that is not your computer or in a public place. But if it's your computer, you have to enable the cookies to be there. Good. Okay, so now let's talk about the migration. Okay, the migration is basically this. You had a set of low tokens in Hyperledger. I'm going to bring this here. You had a set of tokens in Hyperledger. Okay, and these tokens in Hyperledger are going to be migrated in full from Hyperledger into Low Token Classic by the end of the month, by the end of December. And why? Because we're moving away from Hyperledger, and this is a no going back, right? This is going to happen. What we are doing is moving the first batch of people that we have confirmed that the receiving addresses are correct. We want to speak about that. And we move the first batch of people, 700 and something, into
Yes.
the low token classic. What we're doing is make sure that these people receive their tokens. For the most part, everybody received them, but some people are having challenges, and hopefully after this session, you will be able to determine why yours are not showing up. Okay, so that's the one thing that we wanted to make sure that everybody understands. So what happens when load moves the tokens from Hyperledger into low token classic? It's this one here, low token classic. This is the one that are going to be receiving the low token avalanche, sorry, the low token Hyperledger. And you'll see the balance here, and this is going to disappear. So it's going to look pretty much like this. My low token Hyperledger were migrated into low token classic, right? And the low token Hyperledger disappear from my balance. And this is what everybody should see. If you see low token Hyperledger still in your balances, is for only two reasons. Number one is because you don't have the proper wallet in your load wallet, and number two, because you have not cleared your cache memory and your cookies. So once you do that, you should see your balances. Okay, so that's the two reasons. How do we determine that we have the proper address? So you go here to your settings, and then you're going to see an address right there, this one here. Okay, and this address should correspond to the address in your avalanche. Go to your vault and your avalanche right there. Okay, this address have to be the same as this one right there. That's how you confirm. If this address here is different than the one in your actual vault, if that one is different from this one, then you haven't sent the 12 words corresponding to this one here, because this is the one that the Vault team, Paul and his team, have to transfer the coins. Okay, so go to your wallets right now or when you have a moment and look at this address here. You can copy and paste it somewhere else, because this is the wallet that Paul used to send the low token Hyperledger to low token Classic. Augusto, does that make sense?
Makes absolute sense. Yes, that's right. We when you provide that address, we know the information from your load ID and the address that you have provided, and we know your load balance on Hyperledger. So based on that information, we execute the migration towards the load classic token, right? There was a question actually here in the chat about that, about the load
Mhm.
classic tokens. Let me see if I find it out. In the meantime, if you want to keep on explaining,
Okay. So I want to make sure that this is very clear for everybody. Okay, so go to your Avalanche address, uh, compare this address here to the one in your settings as airdrop address. This is where all the micro payouts are sent, and this is where all the low token classics are sent, and this is where the free airdrops, like the 10 free low tokens that we or load gave away a couple weeks ago, that's where we send stuff to. So you guys have to make sure that this is properly set up. Okay. And also, just try to keep these two buttons enabled, because some people has them disabled, and this basically is not sending them any information about what we're doing or any updates or newsletters. So make sure that you update these two settings.
yes. There is a question here from Larry Richardson, which says, I have Vault assets LODE token classic in USD dollars. I have established the airdrop and the payout address, right? Avalanche will not confirm me because of know your customer. I have filled out a load form to help me with transferring assets, I believe from LODE Classic to Avalanche. Can LODE move my classic assets to Avalanche? Thank you. Larry, you mentioned here, if you're listening to me, you mentioned here that you already have your LTC on Avalanche, right? Do you have them, or do you have your low tokens on Hyperledger still? If you do have the balance on, if you do have your balance on Avalanche, from that moment on, you can transfer it to anywhere that you want. Ah, nice. So you have the LTC on Avalanche already. Now that you have that balance on your wallet, you can transfer it to any wallet that you want. You can execute any transfers by yourself. Keep in mind that what you need to have on that wallet is some AVAX cryptocurrency, right? To pay for the gas fees.
Yeah.
Peter asks, did LTC qualify for airdrop or only load? No, the idea is that we executed a migration so that the people holding load on Hyperledger would receive the very same balance amount on Avalanche, right? So it's a migration, it's a token migration, right? Now people who have received the LTC do not hold the LT tokens on Hyperledger. What is the minimum?
Okay.
There are more questions. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I see one here about the micro rewards, if they will be paid on low classic tokens. Yes, everything is going to be migrated, and whomever holds the load tokens, whether it's the classic or the avalanche, they will be paid the micro payouts. The idea, Augusto, and you can back me up on this one, the idea is to move everything from low classic tokens to the Avalanche tokens as fast as we can, but those low token classics are still low tokens. There is no
Yes.
difference.
Yes. There is another question here. Is there a fee to transfer to Avalanche wallet? Yeah, I figure, Bert, you refer to the LTCs. No, we have already transferred the LTCs to the corresponding destination account, so you do not need to pay anything on that. There are some more questions.
And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the 2FA while Augusto browses on the
Nice.
questions. The try to keep the thieves out of your wallet. It's super important. We gave you a couple tips before. The most important is don't keep anything digitally. But another one is set up the 2FA. If you have this disabled, I really urge you to set it up, because if someone has gets hold of your login and password and tries to log in another country or another city, and they will be asked for a 2FA, and the only one that has the 2FA in your phone is yourself. So that will help you. It's also super important. So that's just one more step for security, guys. Go ahead, Augusto.
Yes, I am answering here on the chat to Caroline, who has asked the following question. Let me. Caroline asked, so to be clear, you will be transferring the tokens to Avalanche, or do we have to do it? My answer is the following. We have already migrated the load tokens from Hyperledger to the load classic tokens on Avalanche, right? For about, we did the operation for about 715 users, right? We will keep on executing this migration for the remaining users who still hold LTs on Hyperledger, right?
That's correct. And and then just to corroborate your answer, Augusto, is the responsibilities in load. Load is the one moving them,
Yes,
not yourself. So load
yes.
it's moving them, and there is a deadline. We need to do this by the end of the month, but there is no rush. And you don't have to panic about this. Load is going to move as many members as we can confirm and make sure that everything is set up properly. Some members have not shown up in our meetings, or have not kept up with load upgrades or new wallets. They're still probably the last time they came into the load community was probably 3 or 4 years ago, and then kind of like a set and forget. And so for members in those cases, or probably some members that are traveling and are not able to do this, we're going to move all this low token Hyperledger into low token Classic in an escrow. Okay, so we are developing this escrow where everything is going to go there for those members that couldn't make the move in time or properly, and we're going to give them 1 year for them to get back from their travels or log into their wallets. We will be communicating with them via email and urging them to do this. Augusto, this is a good moment to speak about the next section, which is the escrow, right? So,
Yes, let me put a bit of context here and explain why we are doing this. The idea is to eventually execute a migration which starts from the LT tokens on Hyperledger to the LT tokens on Avalanche, right? We are in the midst of completing this phase one, which is going from the LTs on Hyperledger to the LTCs on to the low token classics on Avalanche. And what is the main benefit of this? The main benefit is that now you holding the LTCs on Avalanche allows you to transfer the funds to anyone that you want. And you can even sell the LTCs at the price that you want, right? For this, we are building up an escrow service, right, which will run on a UI, right? I believe if I recall correctly, the UI will be loadescrow.com, right? And the idea for this is that you will be able to, if you want to hold your LTCs on your wallet, that's fine. If you want to transfer to any wallet, or to transfer those LTCs to any other wallet from any other person that you know, that's also fine. And even if you want to sell your LTCs, you can do it as well, right? So we will be allowing you to create a market between yourselves, right? To offer the LTCs for sale and for people to buy them, right? And phase two will be for us to complete the migration from LTCs on Avalanche to low tokens on Avalanche, right? But in the meantime, you will be able to create liquidity for this LTC, right? Now you do not have your low tokens still on Hyperledger, right? You can freely dispose of these LTCs on the Avalanche network. Franny asks, all my load assets are in Classic. Do I need to move to Avalanche? I will refer to this, Franny. The token which now you are holding on the Avalanche network is called Load Token Classic, right? The name is Load Token Classic, which runs on the Avalanche network, right? I'm scrolling through the chat. Am I right to think? Uh, what are the benefits with load?
and that's probably, if I can add here, Augusto, a little context too, is the low token classic that you have in your account right now. It's going to be there temporarily until load activates the moving them from the low token classic into a vesting into load avalanche, and the vesting is going to happen gradually. It's not going to happen all at once. Is going to be happening gradually, and a plan and a procedure how that's going to happen in the Q1 of 2024 is being tested and developed by Augusto and his team and everybody else. So the answer is yes, it's going to remain in low token classic until the vesting procedure begins to move them gradually into low token avalanche, and then goes into the market, and you can just with the market, which by the way has been behaving really good. I don't know what the pricing is today, Augusto, but it was in the around the $6 mark, right?
Yes, 6.5, I believe. I am typing here on the chat for everyone to understand what is the migration process as a whole, right? Uh, on Avalanche to LTs on Avalanche, right? This is the full migration process. Now we are on phase one, which is going from LTs on Hyperledger to LTCs on Avalanche, right? And then the vesting process on the Avalanche network will imply that we will vest from your LTs balance based on the amount of LTCs that you hold, right? AGX and AUX run on Avalanche already, Ellis. So you already have those balances on the Avalanche network. Am I right? On Syscoin. I don't know. Um, Humberto, here Ellis points out what will happen to the AUX and AGX on Syscoin, right?
Hmm.
If there will be a migration to Avalanche. No, we are
Yes.
not expecting. All right. Yes, please.
Yeah. No. 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 Go ahead. You have the answer based on the meeting that we're working with the SPTs and all that one to move them from Cisco into EVM.
Yes, the idea is that we will migrate those balances, but to between Cisco networks, right? So from the current Cisco network to to Cisco NEVM, which works exactly the same as Avalanche works, right? I am following on the.
And you know what? Just to recap, while you do that, to
Mhm.
recap and the what the migration process is in full is moving away from Hyperledger. That's the goal. The goal is move away from Hyperledger by the end of the year. So how we do that? We move those Hyperledger token into Load Token Classic, and Load does that provided that the receiving address have been confirmed and they're correct. And then the addresses that are not being able to move for various reasons are going to go into an escrow. You're going to go into a special account, and it's going to be there for 1 year, and give 1 year time frame to the members to get their wallets fully set up, and then we can continue with the transferring of those remaining load token classics. And then in Q1 2024 is the migration is going to end with the vesting those low token classics into low token Avalanche in tranches or in portions. Okay, so that's the full migration. That's what it means. Your only responsibility is making sure that receiving address, airdrop, and payout address is identified by you, and that you are 100% sure that you have access to that wallet. That makes sense, Augusto?
Makes sense. Yes, absolutely. That's the idea.
Any other questions? So we move to the next stage.
Franny asks, what does the red triangles by Load Classic and Avalanche? Uh, Basically, that red triangle is for you to identify on which network, on which blockchain the token works or runs, right? Um, do you have the word open on your side, Humberto, for people to see the symbols that Franny refers to?
Yeah, give me one
Nice.
second.
Yes.
That,
There you can see, Franny, that you have like the red symbol, and below where it says low token Ethereum, you have a different symbol, right? That is an identification of the network the token is running on, right?
yeah, you can see that is the Ethereum coin showing, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So let's go to the next part, and I really give hands up and kudos to Dan Schaefer because he's helping us with answering questions also
Yes.
in the chat. So thank you, Dan, for doing that. He's helping us to keep this one and keep moving. Um, so let's move to the other one. Okay, this is more like a security of your low token classics. Personally, what I did, I created right here on MetaMask. I don't know if you can see my MetaMask extension in my Google Chrome. Can you see that, Augusto? I don't know if you
Yes.
guys can see it.
Yes.
I have installed the MetaMask extension in my Google Chrome, and what I do have is a MetaMask native account. It's not a load imported account. I created an account in MetaMask with my own 12 words. MetaMask has different and more stringent security settings out there, and they are improving all the time. So it's a safe wallet. So I created and I suggest that you guys do that if you feel comfortable. If not, we can assist you. But you create a MetaMask account. When I created that MetaMask account, I have my address in MetaMask. And then I went to Low Token Classic, and then I sent my Low Tokens Classic into that MetaMask account. I did this because I wanted to have another layer of security for my low tokens classics. If a thief is hopefully not amongst us right now in this conversation, but this is another layer for you guys. You can move your assets from one from your load wallet into a MetaMask, and from here we can go into hard wallet from MetaMask. And Augusto, I wanted you to give them a little bit of a conversation about hard wallets and how can they protect your assets. Some of you guys have 100, 200, 300, even a few more the low tokens in your wallet, so you have to protect them. So
Absolutely.
Augusto.
What is a hardware wallet? A hardware wallet is nothing but a device. I do not have my hardware wallet here with me. It's a device that sometimes it looks like an USB device, right? And allows you to you can connect that device to the computer, and it works as a wallet, right? But from the device itself. The main benefit from using a hardware wallet is that the you need to press some buttons, like if it was like a two-factor authentication, to execute any transaction, right? Let's assume that for some reason there is a thief, right, checking on your MetaMask and sends you some message, and somehow retrieves your 12 words, right? um, MetaMask holds the 12 words, and by hacking your computer, the user can execute transactions, right? That cannot happen with a hardware wallet, right? Because you need the approval from the device itself to execute any sort of transaction, right? I will provide you two links, right, to the two main hardware wallet providers. One is ledger.com and the other is Trezor.io, right? I am posting the official URLs there. Within each provider, you will have a list of distribution points, right? from where you can buy the official product, right? And I can provide you some tutorials as well to see how each one of the two devices work, right? The devices support transactions, any interaction with any Web3 protocol, right? And it integrates also very well with MetaMask as well, right? So you can use the hardware wallet addresses through MetaMask, right? But the difference is that, for instance, let's assume that I want to execute a transfer, right? And I want to transfer 10 LTCs to Humberto using MetaMask. You see that whenever you want to transfer using MetaMask, you just click a few times, and by clicking a few times, you end up transferring the 10 LTCs, right? The main difference with the hardware wallet is that before executing the transfer, you need to confirm by clicking a button on the hardware wallet, right? If not, it is not executed, right? That's the beauty of holding a hardware wallet. It's not possible for anyone to hack that system because it doesn't have the physical asset itself, right? I am. Let me check the questions. I think I see there are many things coming on. Um, mm, 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 mm.
I'm going to answer one that
Mhm.
Chris is asking. It's about what benefits does the Load wallet has compared to if it has any benefit if we're moving many into MetaMask. It actually has a lot of benefits. So like one of them is super easy to set up, very easy to set up. Does not require KYC now. Anybody can open a loadwallet.com, and then you can buy load assets in the wallet and transfer and trade them and store them, and you can do all of that. However, what we're proposing with MetaMask is just to add another layer of security, but the load wallet's still your fastest, easiest way to create and go into the blockchain, into the Web3.
There is a question from Sig here. Does Ledger have AGX or LTC as an option? I did not see it on my Ledger Nano. If you connect the Ledger device to your wallet, to your laptop, and you open the official Ledger app, you will not be able to see because you will not be able to see it on the Ledger app itself. However, if you make use of MetaMask and embed the hardware wallet on on MetaMask, you will be able to import your wallet address, and then you can transfer both AGX or LTCs to that wallet address, right? And you will be able to hold it on the hardware wallet, right? That is like the standard procedure because, of course, um, the Ledger software updates from time to time, and it's not holding like a list of every single ERC20 that is created out there, right? But still, you can execute the transactions freely because ERC20 transfers are permissionless by definition, right? I hope I have answered. I have
Yeah.
satisfied your question. Yes.
And I'm going to answer another question here about the steps on the migration, and we're going to send this one on a communication. This was crafted by Dan as well, and this is all the requirements that we have to make sure that you are fully on board and set up with the migration. We're going to send you these ones by email, so you make sure that you have all the tutorials here. But number one, please have your 12 original recovery phrase handy. You have to have them written and next to you, not in the computer. Clear cookies and browsing history. Follow this tutorial that is going to be in the communication that will be sent today, and identify your Avalanche receiving address and confirm it matches that of your airdrop and payout address. And this is what I explained earlier in the wallet, and I can do a recap for you guys. And fill out this form. This is also the link where you're going to fill out the form. For the most part, you guys have received another communication to explain this, but in this case, we're going just to send this summary. And considerations, Load no longer supports the apps, so make sure that you always do everything through loadwallet.com. You have to have one set of recovery phrases to recovery. If you have more than one, just give us a call or connect us in support.load.one, and we will be able to assist you in determining which one is your address that we have registered, and we need to find the 12 words that correspond to that one. And from time to time, do not delete or remove your existing AGX Pay or Load wallet from the Android phone, as it might contain your words. Some people also have never backed up their 12 words. So what we want to make sure is that if you guys did not, then we have a place where we can retrieve them. So don't delete the apps for now. So we're gonna send this tutorial to you guys, and if, as always, if you encounter any problem, you can go to support.load.one, and whether Grant, Dan, myself, or Augusto, anybody else will be able to assist you in your process. Augusto, go ahead.
Let me see more questions that are coming through. Where do we find all the contract addresses for all the load tokens? I think there is a communication that may have already been sent last night, yesterday, or today, with the list of assets. Um, in case my LTCs are on my hardware wallet, how can those LTCs be migrated to? There's another question by Holger Fiedler, right? Which says, in case my LTCs are on my hard wallet, how can those LTCs be migrated to Avalanche? Uh, LTCs run on the Avalanche network, so there is no migration to do on your side, right? Keep in mind like the difference between a token and a network, right? LTC is the token, Avalanche is the network where those tokens can be transferred, bought, sold, and so on, right? So they already exist and run on the Avalanche network.
Okay, and I want to elaborate on the question that probably is going towards when the low token classics are going to be converted into low token avalanche. If that is the question also, the answer is they will be migrated in Q1 2024, and it's going to be based on a vesting protocol that is going to be
Mhm.
implemented, that is being developed, and you will hear from it very soon, so you guys know how that's going to happen. Okay. So I'm going to show you now. In the meantime, Augusto, you look for another question. I'm going to show you support.low.one. This is a tool for you guys to use, not just to connect with us in person. At the bottom right of your screen, you have this bubble, and you can connect with support. But also, you can do that by typing here an article. For example, something that you will need and require quite often is the load contracts. So when you're importing, and this is where you find them, what are the load token contract addresses? Click there, and then you'll see all the load contract addresses that you need to set up your wallet. Sometimes you don't see them there. You can import your load contract, and this is where you get that piece of information that you will be required. So use this support .low.one as often as you can. And for example, you have these categories here. You have these categories here. Getting started. When you go to this category of getting started, you'll see some of the top tutorials that will get started. How to create a wallet, how to migrate a wallet, how to activate a Vault wallet. All those things are here. You can also go to what is Load, FAQs about Load. Use this support. .lo.one website as often as you can. If you see or you find anything that is missing or needs to be updated, please let us know. It happens. We've been in this for 5 6 years, and chances are you'll still see a few things that need to be updated. But we are very quick to update anything that is off. Augusto, another question?
I am going to paste actually here on the chat the list of token addresses, right? So that
Hmm.
everyone, let me see if this displays correctly. I think so, right? Sorry, there is an issue here. There is a duplicated. Uh, hold on, because AGX is not properly displayed.
I'm going to paste also the URL to the support, and then they are there perhaps.
Hold on 1 second. Yes.
Yeah.
Besides, I have so many tabs open and
We're I see. I sent a message to Loda the first of the week. I said it should receive a response in about 24 hours. Yeah, I'm going to tell you about that quick of a response. Because of this migration, we are getting swamped and in support to get everybody taken care of, and we are a little bit behind. So if your matter is urgent, you can always go to send your question to info@low.one. You can also email me or Dan directly if it's an urgent matter to Humberto M at low.one or Dan S at low.one. I'm going to send you the emails here. Dan S at low.one or M Humberto M at low.one. So, and of course, you can try info@low.one. If it's an urgent matter, try to reach us personally. If it's something that is not that urgent, please go to info@low.one or the support. But we'll try to get back to you.
there is a question from Joy Tess. Why would one need a load token contract address? It works the following way. On any blockchain, the contract address is the address that uniquely identifies a token. For instance, Joy, let's assume that I am a blockchain developer and I want to and I create for bad purposes, right? For doing harm purposes, I create another token called LODE, right? I can do that, right? I can create another token called LODE, right? But the token will be created with a different contract address, right? The way for you to identify which is the correct LODE token is with its address, right? That's the answer.
Yeah. And you can use that, Joy Test, you can use that contract address to import it into any other network or exchange that you go to, right? In any other DEX. Or swap. You go to Polygon or you go to Trader Joe or you go to other places or MetaMask, and it says import tokens. So the way that you import token is with the contract of that token, and and then you bring your balances into that one. That's when you would use it.
There is another question from 411 Ronin, which says, in my account, it shows LTC under asset in hidden assets, right? I must tap to reveal to see it. This is something that has happened. I mean, yesterday we were talking about this, Umberto, really? Am I right? And it should display below, within the LT's assets, right? But we will refer this to Eric and we will let you know why this is going on, right? But nevertheless, keep rest assured that you already have your LTC balance because you're actually seeing it, right? That is only a display issue.
Yep, yep. Uh, I think we're getting near. We'll keep looking at the questions that we have, but we'll be here. But I want to ask you something here. Uh, the thieves are sending direct messages to you, whether by Telegram or now by email. And they are creating emails that look like our official load emails. For example, some members are using Umberto M load at gmail.com. If you're not seeing at load.one, that means that it's not us, it's somebody else. So you have to be very mindful of that. Nobody can create a load.one email. So but they can create Umberto M at low.one and
At
sorry,
Gmail, at
Umberto
Gmail.
M at Gmail, and that's not me. And some members have been, like very inconspicuously just getting them to a website where they can steal their information, whether they come into your computer, whether they steal the images or pictures or documents from your computer, or they can just ask you to input your 12 words thinking that you are doing it in an official load website. Just don't do that. We will never connect with you first. If anything comes to you, it comes from an official load email, and if you are contacted or connected via Telegram or WhatsApp or any other way by a load admin, that's not us. We never do that, and we will never will. So you guys have to be very careful of that, because that's how you open the door. And as always, load is not responsible for these things, because the same thing is happening with banks. The same thing is happening with MetaMask, with Crypto.com. Everybody is trying just to attack the weak points on each one of us, and the security or lack of that we all have. So let's just be very careful out there, guys. The 79 or 90 that we had. Make sure that you guys are super, super secure and safe.
There is actually a question regarding this by SS Shadow, which says, "Is this your address?" And he mentions Umberto.morales at load.intercom mail.com. Again, no.
Yeah,
The only valid address by Umberto is Umberto M at load.one.
and that's correct, Augusto. It's anything that comes from me is Humberto M at low.one. However, this one here is the one that the intercom uses to send emails.
Ah, all
So
right.
the
Right.
email invitation that was sent, it comes from the intercom platform. So this is rarely used. It's just an email that is used by the system. But in the future, I'm not going to send from this one. I'm going to send invitations from intercom at load intercom or something like that, is so you don't get confused. This was used by the system and it's legit. This is a good one. But my official is Umberto M at load.one.
There is another question from Franny. Franny asks, "All I want to know is, am I set up correctly with Avalanche, and do I need to do anything further with my load tokens?" Franny, if you have already got your LTC balance on Avalanche, there is nothing else you need to do now, right? But we will keep you informed on how to make progress with phase two, right? Phase two will be exchanging your LTC for load tokens on Avalanche from the classic version to the actual load token, right? And that will happen on 2024 Q1, right? In any case, of course, you can reach out to us and ask any further questions. But as of now, if you can see your LTC balance on Avalanche, that's pretty much what. There's nothing else for you to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and just another just confirmation. I know you can see it on the replay, but go to your settings and go and see this address, airdrop and payout address. This is the one that you have to have in your wallet. If this is not the one in your wallet, then you need to make sure that it is. So how you know which one it is? You see this one, and then you can go to your Vault wallet and compare your Avalanche, and right there. In this case, it's the same, okay? And that's okay. If it's different, let us know. It's different. So we will help you to go through trying to find the 12 words that correspond to your original airdrop. Okay, so that's what you need to do. What's his name? Jay, or what was it? Yeah. Jay Elliott is asking about AGX Cisco, and they're showing up in your wallet. The AGX Cisco are linked to a specific set of 12 words. If you are not seeing your AGX Cisco, Jay, most likely is because whether you're using a different set of words or somebody took them or transferred them somewhere else. Go to your tutorial, I'm going to show you where. Go to your vault. This is for Jay. Go to your vault, go to AGX, go to AGX Syscoin, and here you can see where Syscoins have gone, how many where you receive them, and when you send them. Okay, and this is how you determine if you have a red transfer of Syscoin somewhere else. Take note of this address and send it to us so we can document, because most likely somebody went into your wallet and took them. If that happened to you, if any of you suspects of a thief, or that your tokens have been stolen, please report it to us on an email. Send it directly to me because I'm documenting all of that. Humberto M at LODE.1, and send uh, 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 stolen tokens, and send me all the information where they were sent to, and I can document that. Uh, Fortunately, there's not a lot, but there's still some out there that have been victims of a scam. Any other questions? We
There's this last question from Peter.
uh-huh.
Will all LTC be migrated to LT Avalanche, even if you have distributed them out to multiple other wallets in the meantime? We will execute. Yeah, there will be. It's not a migration; it's a vesting scheme, right? What we are thinking of is you will be like depositing your LTCs on a contract, on an address, right? And based on that deposit, you will be receiving LTs over time, right? It's a vesting scheme. And we will have further details on what's left of December. This
Yeah,
will
and it will
kickstart on Q1 2024.
yeah, and it will be announced. The process is being developed. All the graphics and how it's going to happen is being developed. So the vesting is scheduled for Q1 2024, and yeah, everybody's load token classic will be migrated to load token Avalanche. Once that is finished, then the load token classes will cease to be. They will be gone. Is just what's it called? It's just a temporary step. Uh, this is good for you, Augusto. Will the micro payments be sent out to AGX addresses in our hard wallet, or just go ahead?
Actually, you receive the micropayments on. I mean,
AGX
now
Avalanche,
if
yes.
you already have, let's assume you have your LTCs on a wallet address that belongs to your hard wallet. If that's the case, yes, you will receive your AGX to your hard wallet address, right?
You just want to make sure, Chris, that you go to settings and airdrop address, and make sure that this one here, it's your hardware wallet address.
No, no, no. I mean, in that that one, we make use of that address if you hold your balance on Hyperledger. However, if you hold it on Avalanche, there's no need to. We can retrieve the information from the blockchain, and based on the information that we retrieve from the blockchain, we periodically take snapshots of the blockchain, and based on that information, we we receive the information, and we know where to transfer to.
Yeah, that's
So
correct. Sorry, I misunderstood the
no, no, no,
question.
it's
Yes.
absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Uh, we get you ask now. We get a new AVAX address in our hard wallet. Uh, you will get a new AVAX address because when you buy and set up your hard wallet, the recovery phrase on a hard wallet is longer. It's 24 words instead of 12, right? So naturally, it generates a new AVAX address. And then you can transfer your LTC to that new address. Yes. But as of the AGX micro payouts, you do not need to worry about because we will know and we will transfer the AGX to that wallet based on your LTCs or LT holdings from Avalanche, right, on the Avalanche network. Yes, micropayments are sent to AGX in the AGX form on the Avalanche network. Yes.
For the replay video, what happens is that 6event is going to send us a download link so we can make sure that we cut the heads and the tails, and we're going to make a summary. Okay, so it's not going to be immediate, but I'm going to make a summary of this 2 hour long, hour and a half long video, and make it sure that it has what you guys need. Okay, so it's not going to be immediate. So give us just a few days to get that done. Um, I guess we're going to hang out here for a little bit more. We are going to be answering questions as they come, but we will have to leave at 10 o'clock. We have another meeting, but we'll stay here plugged in. So if you guys have your questions answered and you don't need anything else from us, or if everything has been clear, we have received some messages that everything went well. But we'll be here, Augusto.
Actually, I do have to drop out because I have another call right now.
Okay.
But if there is any questions regarding blockchain stuff, please redirect them to me, Humberto, and I will answer as soon as possible.
Okay. I'll stay put here. And
Nice.
Augusto, thank you so much for being
See you,
here, and
everyone.
see you in the next meeting.
Yes, absolutely. Bye, everyone.
Mhm. Pedro, share your contact emails. Well, I share my email, Pedro, is Humberto M at LODE.1, and Augusto is Augusto C at LODE.1. How to delete cookies again? Yeah, I'm going to show you how to delete cookies in Chrome. You go to the settings, top right, go to more tools, and go to clear browsing data. And right here, you clear cookies, cache, and browsing history, and any other information. So this is one way. The other way is to go, let's do it with, what's it called? With Explorer. Sorry, what is this? Edge is different. With Edge is different, and Brave is different, and all the other ones are different. But in Edge, you go here, you go to settings, and in settings, you go to privacy. And in privacy, you go to clear browsing data and choose what to clear. And you clear cookies, cache, download history, browsing history, and clear. That's how you do it in Edge and in Chrome. And if you want to do it in Brave or any other, just please go and search on your internet how to do that. So David, AGX token disappear from Load Wallet once they're transferring to MetaMask. If they are at different addresses, yes. If you have a MetaMask, this is for David Lawrence. If you have a native MetaMask wallet, not a Load imported wallet, but a MetaMask, native, and you transfer from LODE wallet to MetaMask, yes, they disappear. But if you have your MetaMask wallet, which is an imported LODE wallet into MetaMask, you will see the balances in both wallets. If I want to send silver to LODE for my account, how do I do it? If you want to send silver to LODE for your account and physical silver, this is for Robert. Robert, you need to uh, decide what assets you want to buy. If you want to buy LODE, AGX, or AUX, and then what you do, you go to your wallet. I'm going to open my wallet here, and you go to buy, and you can buy AGX coin with bank transfer or credit card, or if you're going to send silver, you connect directly with us. You can go to info@low.one, and you can state what you want to buy and pay with metals, and that's how you do it. Set up a meeting with me for next week to discuss install MetaMask. Okay. Every time we clear cookies, we need to log in with our 12 word keys. Yes, that's correct, Chris. Every time you delete your cookies, you will need to set up your 12 word keys again, just as I did. Sounds like you're clearing cookies on a daily or continual basis. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just some systems are programmed to delete cookies at the end of the day, and that's a manual setting that you guys have. So you want to make sure that you just don't let that happen. Otherwise, you're going to continue to type your 12 words every time you need to go into your LODE wallet. So just make sure that that setting is turned off. Henry, thank you very much. For CSAM0420, he's asking about when the migration should occur. Like once we go through this 715 members, make sure that everything is now underway. We're going to continue with the other ones, which is basically now we're doing, or Paul is doing it in batches. What we are doing is confirming based on the form that you guys are filling up, confirm that you have identified the receiving address. If you send that form and fill out that form and that receiving address is the one that you have in your wallet, then Paul is going to transfer. If the receiving address is different from your wallet, you have to make sure that you identify which one that is. And that's what we try to explain here. So you go here, and this is your Vault wallet. This is your official Vault, and you see your balances and everything. This is the address where all the assets are going to be sent to. So that's what you need to make sure that you confirm, Sam, first. And you do that by filling up the form. And yeah, as always, we will help you and assist you guys in anything you need. How long before you see AGX in wallet after wiring funds? Like, well, you know what? It's if you are sending AGX wallet to wallet, then the AGX appear within seconds. If what you mean in the question is about sending a bank transfer or bank wiring funds, it usually takes any time, anywhere from half a day, 2 days, or sometimes a week before LODE sees the deposits coming from bank to bank. So as soon as it's received, the administration team reviews it, compares the receiving wall address with the order that was put on, and the transfer is done immediately after it's reflected in the bank. And this was for Bert G 1969. Yes, we will be having these sessions as often as required. We are not going to schedule them or tell you that every Monday or Friday, but we will be announcing specific topics, and perhaps it's not going to be as long as this. It's going to be very specific to the FAQ. We have top 10 questions that are asked all the time, so we will be having more of this as a shadow. So no worries. The question is MetaMask native better than importing? Well, you know what? It's another wallet. It's a wallet that has other levels of security and functionality. You can do bridging from network to network. You can do swapping, trading, pooling. You can do a lot of things in MetaMask, and it's uh, MetaMask native is a good option for you. And I do have MetaMask native, and I send some of my assets into the MetaMask native. However, I'm just getting the hardware wallet. It has not arrived, but I will get it and move everything to hardware, which is even better than having it on MetaMask or in Load. Grant is, can you explain how to log out of the wallet to avoid having to enter your 12 words recovery phrase? Well, some members want to definitely log out, which is it's not necessary. Once you click off your load wallet and then you go to loadwallet.com, it's going to ask you for your 6-digit pin, and that's all you need. This is just one level. However, some members really need to log out, so you go to your logout in profile, and we're going to show you how. And edit profile, and then here you're going to log out, and then are you sure you want to log out your account, and then you say log out, and resetting wallet, and you say no, and that's it. You're logged out, but you are not having to use your. I know. I think, Grant, this is a way of logging out. I restore my wallet to load wallet during this call. MDD. There must be for MDD. There must be a communication, and then I think you're answering. Yeah, check your inbox. Yes, and we're sending another one today with the form and everything. Joy says, yes, we will be sending a link for the replay. However, I was telling that we will need to do a summary, just cut off the heads and tails and make it more succinct. I will leave the Q&A there, so in case you guys find it useful to learn from other people's questions. Yes, I can paste the link to the form. Let me just find it here. Let me find the link to the form. Where is it, Dan? Where is the form? If you have it handy, you can paste that. Then I'll need to find it. I think it's in. I think it's in the intercom. 1 second. P V P Van Collard. Why were LTC values reduced by 60% in my account in mid-October? So PV, what happened is that the low tokens were valued at as what it used to be at the beginning based on the bonded curve, as you remember. And back in the day, the low tokens were considered a security token. The low tokens are now a utility token and are now in the open market. So when they were valued at the bonded curve, it was a fit based on the minting or the emission of those tokens. Now it's based on demand, and that's why when they were moved from high from what's it called, from bonded curve to the market pricing, they got reduced by 60. And now you can see them that they went lower than that. They went to down to $2 or $2.50 back in the day. Now they have rebounded to $6.50 because there's been a lot of purchases of low token in the market. So and that's a good thing. They are increasing in value, almost back to the $8 that they used to be. About the browsing history again, and the uh, repeat about the browsing history. Yeah, the browsing history, it's here. Let me just open here. Go to settings, more tools, clear browsing data, and this is where you delete your cookies and your browsing history and you clear data. And you can clear for all the time or last hour or a set of amount of time. That's how you do it in Chrome. And if you want to do it in Edge, you go to here, you go to settings, and in settings you go to privacy, and in privacy you go to clear browsing data. This is for one of you, NHH. When is the next migration date? It's happening right now. It's moving in batches. It's not going to be a full batch this time as we did at the beginning. This is going to be done in batches of people as soon as we get this form uh, uh, fill up by you guys arriving, and then we're going to continue the migration. And then we have setting up. I'll have a Trezor. Can I send tokens directly from LODE to that wallet and will be advisable to do so? For Trezor, I think you have to go one step, Joyce. You have to go from the LODE wallet into MetaMask, and the MetaMask you go to the Trezor or the Ledge. Jerry, they will not become unlocked. They will be vested. The vesting period is going to be gradual starting in 2024. The answer is kind of like a yes or no about the tokens becoming unlocked. It's yes, they're going to be unlocked, and it's going to be in phases, in percentages per week. The process still being developed, and it will be notified as soon as it is. The airdrop, yeah, it's gone. It was done last month, but there will be more airdrops. If you miss this one, then don't worry. There will be some more airdrops coming. When will Movie open so I can move my remaining AGX and AUX, AGX to AVAX? Yeah, we'll let you know how that happens. Because there is a procedure, David Lawrence, about moving AGX Cisco into Avalanche, and that's going to be announced too. The team, Augusto and his team are working on it, and we'll let you know. What hardware wallet do you use? I'm not using one, but I'm going to probably get the Nano Ledger. In what processing? But you know what? I don't know what you guys think, but perhaps our next call could be about how to select a hardware wallet and how to do the hardware wallet protection. I guess that would be a good one. What do you think, Dan? Should we do a hardware wallet session next time? Did you need to have the new wallet set up to be eligible for the airdrop? No, the only thing you needed to do, Darcy, is to have 30 load tokens in Avalanche. So you should have gone and purchased 30 load tokens Avalanche and in the load wallet in order for you to be eligible for the airdrop. Um, but there will be more, what's it called? More airdrops and more contests and challenges and promotions. I'll be here for another 10 minutes and then we'll log out. Hopefully, everybody got a little bit more comfortable with the load wallet today. Hopefully, the mission was accomplished. I know we went over quite a lot of things, but I think everything is work in progress. So yes, Darcy, you needed to buy 30 load tokens on the Avalanche network. Yes, please and answer the date of launch for the move feature. It's not set up. There is no date yet for the move function because there's a couple things that need to be uh, tested and taken care of. We want to make sure that there is some levels of assurances for the move. However, we have had talks to Cisco about moving the Cisco between Ethereum network. So Augusto is not here, but we can get a communication release about how and when the move is going to be activated. So we will be increasing our communications now because instead of having a long-winded communication sent to you guys, we're going to send shorter, very specific ones. And I urge you not to disable the communications. I perhaps you're going to get one or two a week. Just let them be because there's always good to be on top of things when, especially when it's about silver and gold. David Lawrence, on phone as currently phone is higher by 200. Which one is more accurate version of the Vault Balance browser? Okay, if you want to see the latest, newest version of the wallet, go here and go to your load wallet, go to settings, and then go to app info. And right here, you're going to see the latest. This is the latest because you're working on loadwallet.com. It's always the latest news. You don't have to install any updates or anything like that. Every time the programmers and developers release a patch or a functionality, this one changes automatically. You don't need to do any updates. What is recommended sometimes is that sometimes you clear the cookies, and we will let you know. It's not necessary, but in this case, it is for the migration. It is. Is MetaMask import as for private key or JSON? Are these available in the load wallet? Yeah, Peter, when you're using the import function in MetaMask, it's going to ask you for a contract address. You have to go to the Avalanche network and use the contract address. How to do that? You go to support.load.one, and right there in support, you're going to click load contracts. And then you're going to see right here, what are load contracts addresses? And go there. And then that's the contract addresses that you need to input into MetaMask to import the wallet. Uh, Dan, yeah, I'm just trying to find it here, but I cannot find it. I was logging here into Intercom. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find the article right here. Mm, mm. So I'm going to click here, copy link address. And this one here is the form that you need to fill up. There you go. Oh, well, you got it then. Okay. Which is the most accurate version of the Vault Balance browser. Okay. I think it's pretty much about it. We have 50% drop in the amount of visitors. So I think we can start wrapping it up. It's been great talking to you guys. Dan, thank you very much for your help. Dan and Grant, Augusto, and everybody else behind the scenes. Thank you very much for your support. As always, we are always handy to you. If there is no more questions, we can let everybody go. Any question that has not been answered, Joyce, thank you. Thank you very much. It will be great if someone would answer my emails. GP, yeah, send me an email to Humberto M at low.1 GP and see what the questions are. We'll send the replay link. Yeah, Peter, yes, thank you. Well, thank you, thank you. That's a good thing, MDD. Less confused than I was before. Hopefully that helped. And if not, we will be, yeah, we'll be having these kind of meetings often. I'll bring other guests like Dan and Grant and everybody else so we can always catch up with you guys. Yeah, Warrior, hopefully within the week, hopefully less than a week. I just need to get the file, skim it a little, shorten it up, get the highlights, and get it up and going. GP, yeah, we answer emails quite regularly and very often. And if you are emailing info@load.one and you're not getting an answer, just let us know or email me directly, Humberto M at load.one or Dan S at load.one. Either one of us, if you're not getting luck with the support, but we are very proactive. Yeah, same. Guys, use info@low.one and we get it. Like Grant gets it, I get it, Dan and many others. So yes, if you guys don't have any answers, please info@low.one and that gets directly to our inboxes. Just put urgent if it's an urgent matter or if it's something that you need help with. And yeah, we will have this more often. The next one is going to be about hard wallets, and hopefully we can live test one for everybody. We're going to probably make a recommendation as well, see which one we are going to be using and why. And but there's many of them out there. Okay, guys, logging off. Thank you very much for being here. See you in the next session.